Today, I'm going to tell you the key to successful holidays with toddlers. First, why should you listen to me? Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm a child and family therapist specialized in birth to six mental health and sleep. That means all things babies and toddlers when it comes to their emotional, social development and behavior, as well as their sleep. Today, we're going to talk about the secret to having smooth, happy holidays with toddlers. Are you ready? Okay, there are several secrets, but the first most important one is preparation. So the more prepared they are, the easier it will be. And how to get them prepared? It's by preparing you. So here are some examples of things you can do to prepare for holidays to make them silky smooth? Just smooth. So depending on your little one's age, you want to talk about what's going to happen, what's coming up. Are you traveling? Where are you going? Who are they going to meet? With smaller little ones, it's a good idea to use more visual things like reading books, maybe watching videos, using visual schedules, which is basically like a fancy word for pictures of what's going to happen. When you're preparing them, make sure to cover when you're leaving, which family members are coming, the key parts to travel and what to expect. Are they going on an airplane? Are you going on a car? Are you going to somebody's house? Are you going to a hotel? And also parameters around what they can take with them on this trip. So for example, how many toys can they take? How many books? Can they take their favorite stuffy or lovey? For 2, 3, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, make sure that you involve them in packing their own things. So ideally pack together, but also that there is limits and parameters around this. So it's not overwhelming and they're not getting responsibilities that are too big for their age. So things that are appropriate to ask of them is to choose, let's say, 2 toys or 2 books that they would like to take with you, to have them put them physically in their bag. And the older they are, the more they should really be a part of the packing process. But you should be telling them exactly how many things and which things need to go in there. For younger toddlers, like 2-year-olds, stick to giving them 2 choices at most. So would you like to take the blue car or the red car? Same with 3-year-olds. With 4-year-olds, you could offer them 2 to 3 choices, the red, blue, or green car, but don't go beyond 2 to 3 choices for any of the ages that we're talking about, which is up to 5 years old. To help count down the days until it's travel time, you can use a calendar and have a daily ritual where you check off together down the calendar until the date of travel. The goal of all the preparation is for them to know exactly what's going to happen leading up to the travel and during the travel. When things are predictable and they know exactly what to expect, there's going to be less hiccups for you and less overwhelm for both of you, but especially for them, which will reduce the chances that there's going to be any meltdowns. But we will talk about those in a minute. When dealing with toddlers, make sure to use language that they understand, so simple and concrete. Remember that how you feel about traveling matters too. So if you are enthusiastic and excited about the travel, make sure that you share that with your toddler. If you aren't enthusiastic and excited about the travel, make sure to work this out first with your adult partner before presenting it to your little one so that you can present it to them in a positive, happy way. When preparing, consider your toddler's personality. Do they need more time to get out the door? If in that case, make sure to plan extra time. Generally speaking, when dealing with toddlers, you always want to do things in advance and plan extra time. But if your toddler is also one of the toddlers that needs more time, then plan extra time for the day of travel. Speaking of time, try your best to do as many things in advance as possible that do not need to happen on the same day. The fewer things that you need to do on the same day, the easier the day will go because you'll be more present and available for your toddler. And speaking of time, again, make sure to plan stops and breaks. It is unrealistic to not need to stop or break for many reasons when you're dealing with babies and toddlers. So just it's better to plan it in your schedule and not use it than to make really ambitious goals that are not realistic and just feel frustrated and rushed the whole time. That's a really important tip that I hope you really take in right now. And there's going to be a lot of what seems like downtime or time being stuck together in a car or maybe a plane or somewhere else. So make sure that there's lots of things to do. Pack books, audiobooks, maybe screens, games, art, toys things for them to do. And the next most important thing is lots and lots of snacks and food. Those are magical and can really help the time go by with little one. Okay, and I mentioned before about potential meltdowns or crying. You need to know that when getting out of routine, when doing something new, there's going to be lots of new feelings that your toddler experiences and expresses while they're traveling. You can expect extra crying, clinginess, and maybe meltdowns. And this can happen for many reasons, but mostly not because you're doing something wrong. It has to do with your toddler's brain development and the fact that it is the first time for them doing those things, even though they're positive. New experiences can be scary, which is why I talked so long about preparation, because the preparation will definitely help reduce these feelings, but they're still going to come up because they're still doing something new and potentially scary for them. You might want to use the mantra or reminder that when they're crying and having a hard time, they're not giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time. And that their feelings do not mean that you suck or that you shouldn't travel. They just mean that that's how they feel in that moment. Their feelings are not your feelings, but they do need your help to help them regulate their feelings. I explained all of these concepts more in detail inside my toddler sleep course. There's a huge section on parenting toddlers in general. So if this resonates with you, consider joining the course or getting started with our free toddler sleep webinar. It's called Realistic Toddler Sleep. I'll link it down below. Next, I just want to give you one final tip that's hopefully going to help. Big emotions can also mean that it's actually time for a break or time to slow down. That means big emotions for your toddler or big emotions for you. It can also mean that it's time for a body check. So are they or you feeling hungry, tired, or need the bathroom? Make sure you attend to each of those things and see if the emotions pass, in which case it was one of these. If not, then review this video for the rest of the tips. If you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and also check out the free Realistic Toddler Sleep webinar. We'll link it in the description. I'll see you next time.